Why do some people seem to just effortlessly stay in shape all of the time while slowly improving their gains over like a decade? And other people, like me, and probably like everybody watching this, seems to like fall in and out of shape throughout their whole lives. And hopefully, we're all just crossing our fingers that it's like the stock market slowly going up over time. But you see these fitness influencers who are just like a straight line up and to the right. And, I was kind of driving around ruminating on this, being salty or whatever, as I'm trying to like get back into the shape I was in like 6 months ago, but then also try to be at the body fat I was at 2 years ago. And it just doesn't seem to be a straight line for me. But like, as I'm thinking about this stuff, I also realize that I have managed to stay relatively more in shape than the average Joe. And I'm still like proud of what I've done. And I think that comes down to a few key things that have kept me like relatively in shape. Maybe I could have stayed low body fat. Maybe I could have lifted harder in the gym more consistently and just been bigger and more shredded or whatever. But like relatively, I'm pretty in shape. And I have been for the past like 10 years or whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been on both sides of this. I've been like super in shape for an extended period of time, maybe like a year. I feel untouchable, and then I'm not. I start getting chubby or whatever. But overall, I feel like I've managed to stay fitter than average. So, what is the difference between me and an average Joe? I don't know. I don't know why I said it like I'm cool. If we're just talking like general fitness, people who stay in shape make fitness a non-negotiable part of the routine. I know this is a cliche, you probably heard it before. I'm not like waiting around for like that rock video to hit in my pre-workout and like all of these perfect conditions to happen. Honestly, I would say 90% of the time I don't feel like going into the gym. I just kind of autopilot into there, like brushing your teeth. Like whoever feels like brushing their teeth. It's not fun. It's just a thing you do. And you don't see anyone who's consistently in shape who doesn't just think of the gym as a thing they got to do however many times a week consistently. It's cliche, but to be honest, dude, consistency is key. I know, like I wish I could word that differently, but you just do it. Freaking Nike, bro. Fit people, they don't see exercise as punishment. Like they view it as like an investment into their overall well-being. It's about just like feeling good, having more energy. Like I know sometimes the gym can just absolutely sap your energy. You don't feel like doing anything else. But overall you will feel better. You'll feel good. You'll have more energy and improve life quality. And this like positive association, it makes healthy habits easier to maintain because you like feeling that way. You don't want that to go away. Honestly, I feel like that keeps you going once you are a little gym rat. It's also important to keep in mind some realistic expectations because there will be ups and downs. There's going to be plateaus and breakthroughs. Sometimes it feels like they're very rare. It's a time thing, man. It's like the rest of your life is a long time. You're not going to be set back if your lifts haven't gone up in a few months. You have like 70 more years to live. Like for me, the biggest setbacks I've had have been like one of my life changes. I think I've moved like 10 times in the past 10 years. And that always comes with a new fitness routine, some sort of new diet, because my kitchen is different, the pantry's different, maybe I have roommates, maybe I'm alone. But people who are going to stay fit for a while, which you should want to do that, you got to be adaptable. Like your routine is going to change. You got to adapt to those changes. Like you can't make it to the gym, you got to do a quick home workout. Like if that's all you could fit in, you got to find a place to walk around. Like where I'm at right now, straight dirt roads and wild dogs everywhere. Like I can't walk around like I used to around my old neighborhood. So I got to make it work. I got to fit cardio at the end of the gym session, even though I really don't want to. So like overall, gym is probably going to be a little less fun because I got to fit all these things into it. But that's not stopping me from like walking in there and suffering every single day. And I don't want to make it sound like it's bad. I'm just, you got to make it work. That's all I'm saying. Uh, what a, what else do, what else do fit people do that most people probably don't? Let's talk about diet. Like, how do fit people eat that most people, like, they eat in a way that most people don't? Um, I think it's the 80-20 thing. So essentially, 80-20 is like, it's not about deprivation. It's not about like never eating cookies or whatever. Like I said, it's about the long game, right? You're gonna be doing this for many decades to come, and you don't want to be eating chicken, broccoli, and rice for the next 70 years. Because what's the point, man? What's the point of that? Personally, I'm more like 70-30, but whatever. Like I eat well most of the time, but I allow myself to have cookies or whatever. And it just prevents burnout. And it makes the lifestyle just way more sustainable for the next few decades. Because the best diet is the one you can stick to for the long term. I know that's cliche too, but like if you could eat well 70% of the time and 30% of your meals are fun foods, that's not so bad. Especially if you can make the 70% also like tolerable. Like, you've seen like the Greg Doucette recipes, Will Tennyson, go watch their videos. They have good recipes. Like you can make the 70% like pretty good also, and then have 30% be like cookies and ice cream. Man, I don't know. I know that's not a that's probably looked down upon or controversial or something, but it doesn't matter. You're still gonna have like a way better physique than most of the population if 70% of your diet is healthy. Here's a big one that I've been struggling with a lot recently, and that's continuous learning. I just don't do this. Like who's out here like Jeff Nippard researching all these new fitness strategies? Like I like to keep up to date with them on a really baseline surface level, but as far as like getting deep into the weeds and studies and stuff, I'm not really doing that as much as I would like to, because I would like to read that stuff and then present it to the camera and be like, here's what I found, guys. But I don't know if I'm that guy, and I don't know if I'll ever be unless I like drastically improve in terms of like maturity and you know, if I become scholarly. I would say this is a good thing to do. Try new workouts or nutrition strategies. It just keeps things interesting. It helps you find what works best for you, for your body, for your lifestyle. And if you're feeling discouraged because you're not where you want to be fitness wise, then remember this. Every single workout, every meal, every better choice, it all adds up. Like you're building a foundation for a healthier lifestyle that you should be able to sustain for a bunch of decades. And if you're not seeing results yet, then just know it takes a long time to build a house or something. Just remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's just progress. Every step forward, like no matter how small, it's a victory, dude.